everyone, it's Tanya from Royal City Nursery, and today we are talking clematis. Our last chat, we talked about a whole bunch of vines. We talked about how they climb, whether they're tendrils or have aerial roots, and we said we'd come back and talk to clematis. Love, love, love clematis because as far as I'm concerned, this is the queen of the vines. And one of the awesome parts about vines, and we said this before, is vines don't take up a lot of space. So if you're trying to get a little bit of privacy in your yard, and you don't have a lot of space, the vines are great for a fence. They're great for chain link, right? Because chain link is transparent, so it's a nice way to get some cover. And it's also a really nice way to get some speed. Clematis are fairly speedy. So I have a few clematis at home, and mine right now do almost 10 feet a year. But I actually prune them back to the ground every year in April. And I know people look at me and go, oh my gosh, what do I do? Well, when we think about clematis, we actually have 3 different kinds. Kind of when we think about people, we have different shapes, we have different sizes, and that's okay, right? Clematis have 3 different kinds as well. So type 1 clematis, unfortunately I don't have here. We're right now shooting in the middle of June, so our type 1 clematis have all sold out. Those are the ones that flower very, very early in the springtime. So you prune them just after they flower, usually middle spring, so we're pruning mid to late May. Type 2 clematis, and I do have a couple of those, are ones like the Nellie Moser clematis here. Like these little guys. This is Elodie. Look at that flower on that one. And this one here, this is Esme. Whoops, sorry, there we go. This is Esme. There's the last of her flowers. So type 2 clematis are rebloomers. What this means is they flower once, usually in early to mid-May, and then they rest. That's why they're finishing now. That's why this one has nothing on it now. During that rest period, if you're going to prune them, that's when to do it. So you usually would prune these late May or so, and you're only going to prune just to clean up. But the awesome part is these flower on new wood in the fall as well. So you get 2 bloom cycles. You get flowering on old wood or last year's wood first thing in the spring, and then a rest, and then it flowers on new wood too. So that's group 2 clematis. Group 3 clematis are the most popular, and that's these 2 samples here. So I've got one, this is Lincoln Star. Look at that flower there. Gorgeous. And then these purples, I love, love, love this color. This is called Happy Jack Purple. Really, how can you not be happy when you're looking at a flower like this? These are group 3 clematis. It's important to know what group your clematis is in because it tells you when to prune them. Group 3 flower exclusively on new wood. So if you're looking at your clematis at home and thinking, oh my God, it's a disheveled mess, it's 8 to 10 feet tall, and it only ever flowers just at the tips, it's because it's group 3 and it's flowering on new wood only. So how do you fix that? Next spring, early to mid-April, you're going to go out and just chop it off. You're not going to be nice. You're going to cut it off about 6 inches above the ground and just let it be. But you only do that with the group 3 clematis. Why? Because it flowers on new growth, so we need that new growth to grow and produce the flowers. If you never prune a group 3 clematis, all you're going to get is just flowers at the top. The other thing to remember with clematis is when you're planting them, they don't like peat moss. They don't like an acid soil. So for Guelph, that's fantastic because we're pretty much built on a gravel ribbon, which means our soil is a little bit more alkaline or a little bit more limestone based. So rather than using peat moss, your best bet is use something like this, the dolomitic lime. And you're just going to take a tiny little bit of this, it's a powder, and mix it in the hole. So we just want to make sure that our soil is slightly on the alkaline side. So when you're planting, again, no peat moss, and you also want to make sure that you are not planting underneath the pine tree, right? Because the needles of the pines will drop too. So hopefully that helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Have fun, happy planting.